23, 24. Ben was a musician in the society bands that played in the fancy hotels. He has dementia. For the last 2 years, he doesn't even know who I am. I wish he would remember my name. Isn't that selfish? I mean, he's the one going through everything, but I need for him to acknowledge who I am, who I was to him. 25. The water bottle? Oh, we had a son, Coltrane, Colt for short. He died when he was 5. Meningitis. Isn't life ironic? Me, a nurse. And can I help Ben? No. Could I save my son? No. But Ben wouldn't give up on me, wouldn't give up on us. He had a weekly gig, and we would take a ferry to it. Ben would lean over the railing and whisper, "Listen to the water music. Colt is there." The ferry helped a little. But when I was home, it was hard. One night, I just refused to go to the gig with him. I didn't see anything ahead but darkness, and I wanted to surrender to it, to dive into that deep, delicious nothingness. Ben didn't want to go, but we needed the money. I fell into a deep sleep. And when I woke up, he was at the edge of the bed with a water bottle, tipping it back and forth, back and forth, and counting. "For use on land," he said. Back and forth for each year of our marriage. 26 years today. And I'm the only one who remembers our son. I'm the only one who remembers my Ben. He was my hero, and he doesn't even know it. 26.
I really love my wife, Ellie. I do. I I just can't figure out her moods. They go up and down all the time. We've been married 8 years now, and I still can't tell how she feels about things. I ain't a first husband, I'm the second. And she's a lot younger than me, but you never know. She wears the pain on her face. I try to help her. I do. But she's always saying, "Charlie, don't be so nice to me all the time." Well, I can't help it. It's the way God made me. I get it from my boys, too. Derek will say, "Charlie, she ain't used to that, man. Don't you know nice guys like you finish last?" Well, hell, I ain't competing with no one. I got her now. Hmm, Yeah, from my ex-best buddy. Tommy and I have been working together for years. We've been friends since we was kids. But I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take it. Ellie'd show up with his lunch or something, and I'd see this big bruise on her face. She'd try to hide it with makeup and shit, but we could all see it. Damn well made me sick to look at it. And even sicker to look at Tom. I've known Ellie for ages. When she was just a perky little thing running around in diapers, I was a lot older. I was fond of her. I thought she was a real cute kid, real spunky. And then she was so pretty when she married Tom. I tell you, it'd make me sick to see her face like that. Just sick at my stomach, you know? But one day, she'd come in with his lunch. She could barely walk. She didn't even bother covering up the marks on her face. And she couldn't move right. Just kind of hunched over and limping, you know? She reminded me of like a bird with a broken wing, you know? Well, I tell you, I couldn't stand it. I felt my face going red, and I says, Ellie, honey, are you okay? But before she could answer me, Tom come over real pissed and shouting, who you calling honey? She ain't your honey. She ain't nobody's honey. You hear me? She's just a shelter pup. That's what she is. Well, by this time, people had crowded around, and I wasn't sure what to do. I swear Tommy'd been drinking. I says, Tommy, you just simmer down now. I don't mean to stick my nose in it, but Ellie don't look good. Maybe you ought to take her to the doctor or something? Oh, really? He says. Well, buddy, maybe you ought to just mind your own business. Ellie don't belong to you. Well, I says, well, maybe she should. I'd sure as hell take better care of her. Now, I shot that bullet without thinking. Ellie just looked at me all surprised, you know. Tommy says, you son of a bitch. Who do you think you are, Prince Charming? Then he let out this terrible laugh, like a jackal. Never forget it. She ain't no princess, buddy. I can tell you that. And I says, well, she ain't your punching bag neither. Tommy's face got all red and shiny, like it did when we was kids. I'm surprised at you, Charlie, he says. You looking for a fight over my girl? You always wanted her. It's been playing on your sorry face for years. Maybe I ought to knock that sorry clean off it. Everything happened real fast after that. Tommy tried to throw a punch, but I blocked it and landed one on his cheek. Then I landed another one on his ribs, then another one on his nose. The nose bleeds real bad when it's broke. So anyway, he and me ain't best friends anymore. I left work early that day and I took Ellie to the hospital. Tommy busted some of her ribs and wrenched her arms. As she told me, she always healed up real fast. She was grateful to me a bit, but still scared of Tom. I told her she could stay at my place for a while, in her own room, and bring her kids if she wanted to. Well, she wasn't so sure, but I give her a nudge. She finally says okay. They stayed with me a couple of weeks till Tommy come over raising hell one night wanting his boys. We got a restraining order after that. It's been kind of a mess for years. But I loved Ellie and them kids, and I took real good care of them, like they was mine. And she let me marry her after a while. It's funny. I thought once we was married, she'd just open up like a rose and really show a love for me, you know? Sometimes she does, but other times she's just so damn far away. I can't reach her. She don't have her people no more, so there's nobody I can talk to about it. I try asking her about her mama and her daddy, but it just makes things worse. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and I'll find her sitting on the couch alone. You're just sitting. I'll tap her on the shoulder and she'll whip around so fast that it'll make you dizzy. But it's the look on her face. It's like she was in a nightmare or something. It's kind of spooky. Ellie, I say, real soft. It's me, Charlie. I didn't mean to scare you, honey. Come to bed now, okay? Let's go on to bed. And I offer my hand and we go back to bed. You know, I give that woman my heart and soul. We've been married 8 years now, and we, we get along fine. But it's just hard to tell her feelings for me after 8 years of marriage. I pray to God every night that my wife will show me her tenderness the way I show her mine. I wish for it every night. I do believe our Lord is a healing Lord. And just know that one day He'll take this sadness away and grant me my wish. I'll wake up one morning and Ellie will look at me all joyful and say, Charlie, you're a good man. And I'm a lucky woman and I love you with all my heart. Wouldn't that be something? It'll happen one day. I know it will. I don't push it, you know? It gives me something to look forward to. One morning, she'll wake up, she'll look at me with the sun smiling on her face, and she'll open up, just like a rose, and she'll whisper to me, Charlie, you are such a good man, and I am going to love you forever.